All right, welcome to my channel. My name is ADP. Today is the first day of the teaching. I will be talking about things you need to look out for before you make an investment decision. You need to look out for some things before you make investment decision. The first thing we will be talking about today is ROI, the one we call rate of returns. Rate of returns. So ROI is the first thing I will be talking about. So when you want to invest, the first thing you should look out for is the rate of return. What is that premise? The person promising you? What is the promise? What is the percentage of return? The first way I use to identify a scam is the rate of returns. The promise. You are telling me you're going to make 50% in a month. I will doubt that. Okay? Reason being that as an expert, I know what is obtainable in the market. You can't tell me you want to raise 50% in a month. The first thing that comes to my mind is that means you have to double the capital. Like, for example, I gave you 100,000 naira. You have to make it 200,000. At least 50% should go to you. You shouldn't be in loss, right? Now, if you are promising me 50%, that means you are going to double the money. Now, what comes to my mind is, if that is possible, why are the big guys not giving you money? For instance, if I know anybody that can double 1 billion naira, that give me 50% on 1 billion in a month, I should go, and that is 500 million naira within a month. What business will I invest 1 billion in? I have 500 million naira in a month. I'm not sure. I don't know. Then Dangote should go to that business. He's still looking for money. Big guys should go there. Now, the moment somebody is promising you that, something is wrong. It's either the person is not well educated in what he's going to do, or the thing is a scam. If there is anyone promising you high returns, it's either the guy is a green on in the business. Ask yourself a question: why is bank not promising you that? Are they not looking for money? Have you seen a bank investment that promises you 50% in a year? No, they don't. I think the highest I've seen is maybe 20%, and I don't even know their current rate now. Now, you pay attention to the prevailing rates in the country. The standard organizations, what are they promising in a year? For example, PiggyVest, they have investment platform. Go there, check what PiggyVest is promising people. These are registered platforms. These are regulated platforms. Banks like PiggyVest, other investment platforms that I know, they don't promise 50% in a month, 70% in 2 weeks. There was a day on my Twitter page, somebody just sent me a message in my DM, and he said, if I invest 100,000, I'm going to have 200,000 in the next 24 hours. I started laughing. What are you going to do? What abracadabra are you planning to do to double my money within 24 hours? And I can't fall for that kind of a shit. It's bullshit. I can't fall for it. I'm way beyond that. And people are falling for that nonsense. You want to double an account within 24 hours. If it is that easy, do you think the billionaires won't put their money into it? No, they will. So the first thing you pay attention to is the rate of return. If the rate of return is too much, especially when it's too much than what your country is promising, like standard organization in your country, pull back. Something is wrong. Most of those deals always end in tears. Somebody was telling me one day, said if you give me so amount of money, was something like I will be giving you 40% every month. I said okay. I said if I give you 2 million naira, are you sure you'll be giving 40%? The guy did not reply me immediately. You know why? The guy is used to handling like 20,000 naira investment, 50,000 naira investment. So it's easy. It's easier for you to double that kind of money. So but when I talk about million, he was not expecting it. The guy first pulled back. He said, in his head, he knows what I'm talking about. You are giving me like 800k. I don't know. The guy first said, well, sir, we need to renegotiate. I said, no, you said 40%. I'm okay. Give me 40% of 1 million naira. I'm fine. 400,000 naira in a month. I'm cool. the guy pull back. He knows he can't do it. Most of these guys taking your money away, they know they can't do this thing. They just want to use that rate of return to entice you. You understand that the rate of returns, what someone is promising you, should be one of the things you take note of before you invest. If it is too much, pull back. Don't be greedy. I know you need money, but think of losing money. I'm still going to talk about risk and uncertainty in investment. I'm still going to talk about legal documents in investment. I'm still going to talk about evaluation of investment. I'm going to talk about all these things. But today, when I get to that risk and uncertainty, I will show you. I will connect this thing to that risk and uncertainty. I will tell you some things about asking questions before you make investment decisions. So, rate of returns is what you should pay attention to. In my company, for example, in a month, I can never promise you above a single digit. Yeah. If you're not interested, you can go away. I maintain 100% guarantee on capital. So, if I tell you the highest I can do is a single digit, when I mean a single digit, either 5%, 8%, 9% in a month, I can't go above that. If you're not interested, you can go away. Another investor will come. And I've been having investors, and they have been coming. They are okay with my rates. Understand? Take notes of high returns. Don't get your finger burns. Most of them are fake. All right, they are fake. That's why you have so many things going on now. Where they promise you bring 50,000 naira in the next a month, you will have 100,000 naira. People are falling for this. This thing has been on for a while. As at long run in this teaching, I'll be talking about cryptocurrency investments, and that's what is prevailing now. That is what they are using to take people's money away. They just bring this language, cryptocurrency. Ethereum was also is so here now. Is this Bitcoin? Is nonsense. Ask questions. Many of them, when you ask them questions, they can't answer. You understand? So you need to stay with this teaching till end, because after this teaching, you will understand perfectly well what you need to do, the questions you need to ask, what the steps you need to take when it comes to investment. And one of the steps today is rate of return. What is the rate of return? What are they promising you? Is it realistic? What is obtainable in the market? What are they bringing to the market? Is it real? Can it be possible? Then when you want to kill them, when somebody promises you a very high rate return, tell the person you are bringing millions. You will see their reaction. It's when you are bringing thousands, that's when they promise you those nonsense. Bring millions. Tell them you are bringing 40 million, and they want to give you 50% of 40 million in a month. That's what you will see. You understand? So later on, we'll be talking about legal documents. That is where you get them. The legal document, I will explain that one very well. When you bring up legal issue into it, they pull back. That's when you know that this guy is not ready for business. He says, come on. You understand? But today, pay attention to the rate of returns. The rate of return. If it's too much, pull back. Nobody can give you 70% in a month. That is too much. That is gambling. It's no longer investment. It can happen. Don't get me wrong. Maybe once or twice, you can have that kind of rate of returns. But it is not constant. It is not consistent. And it's a trap, because you are gambling. A proper registered organization will not tell you they want to give 70% in a month. They know what is involved. Understand? So our first lesson is rate of return. If it is too much, you need to ask questions. You need to ask for results, proof of past deals, people they deal with. What is the were they able to pay? What were the problems that occur? What happens when they default? You need to ask those questions. And if somebody is promising you that kind of high rates, you need to ask questions. Ask questions and be very, very careful. Be very careful. Anything above 10%, 20% a month, even 20% is even too much. 10%, 15% in a month, you might be setting yourself up for a trap. And it will be very painful when you lose your hard-earned money into a Ponzi or one useless guy just come like that and take it away from you. So you have to be very careful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell to get notification for new videos. We still have more days to go. I will be teaching you on what to know before you invest. Today, rate of return is our number one lesson. Take note of that. My name is Ajibola Gideon Philip, ADP. Thank you for coming. God bless you.